how energy works in our bodies. We are all a product of our senses and of we are energy. So we're positive, negative energy with balance, just like the positive, negative in ground of electricity. And we are a product of our senses, what we touch, what we taste, what we smell, what we hear, what we see, what we feel with our hearts, and what we feel with our souls. And what happens is you energy moves like this, and like DNA, right? And so what happens is when you consume something that's a positive negative disconnect through your negative disconnect portal, it causes a binding. And then that binding right there, the energy keeps going like this. So it twists. And that's where like Crohn's disease comes from. And in your ears, bind in the back of your neck, and and bind down the hair and pull it back behind your head. And fingers, if you look, this finger here is twisted, and this knuckle is big because I'm releasing bindings here. Because what I touched, so I used to cook a lot. That was one of my favorite things to do, was cook. It was like that was my thing. And I started doing it when I was a teenager, stuck at home in the summers with nobody around. So I'd watch cooking shows and I would cook things. And so up until recently, I was making rice and beans and homemade salsa and making rice roti and all kinds of things. But I put that all down because God showed me the truth of what I consume and how it destroys me. So your neck, when you consume that food, and then you start twisting, and everyone gets twisted, and that's where we are right now. Is everybody's twisted from what they hear and what they see, and that causes your blindness or other manifestations depending on what your charge is in your body, because we carry our names, and our names are functions and charges. And they actually designed part of the way our body associates energy because we associate with that name, with that label. um, but the reality is we're all the same. We're all energetic beings, and we're all consuming things that harm us here in the garden, and it's destroying the gift that God gave us. So if you can find the truth of Genesis 1:29, if you can hold that in your heart and walk with God, uh, things just start healing.